Story of the day, they protested for weeks demanding higher pay, and now Governor Ducey listening to our Arizona teachers.
The governor just proposing 20% pay raises by the year 2020. Our Steve Irvin is live on this breaking news tonight. And Steve, where does the proposal go from here?
Well, this certainly changes the game in terms of the debate over teacher pay. Lawmakers already weighing in on this proposal, saying they can get this done and they can do it without making cuts to schools and other areas like money that's needed for repairs. It will require some other cuts to other parts of the state budget. And it's important to note this doesn't necessarily stop a teacher strike. Flanked by lawmakers and educators, Governor Ducey rolled out a plan to provide a 20% increase for teachers within 3 years. 10% this year, 5% next year, and another 5% the following year. To do it, the governor will have to find $274 million in the state budget this year and get it done fast.
I'm going to be working with the people standing behind me to negotiate this final budget. The commitment in this budget and the priority in this budget is going to be to the teacher pay increase.
So will it be enough for teachers who've threatened to strike? I spoke with Red for Ed leaders who won't say yes or no, only that they are watching closely. A lot of people have talked about this as a teacher shortage problem, essentially. The teachers are leaving because they can make much more going somewhere else. 10% gets you closer to what other states are paying, but when teachers can make 10 or 15,000 more somewhere else, what do they do?
Well, 10% is a start. We get up to 20 ultimately in 3 years, but I can't speak to other people leaving for those reasons.
To be clear, Ducey's plan doesn't give teachers everything they've asked for, and it's still unclear how the governor's plan will play in the House, where leaders have floated a less ambitious plan for teacher pay. So where do we go from here? Well, a long weekend ahead for lawmakers as they negotiate some of these tax cuts that are going to be needed to pay for this. Among the things the governor's office mentioning, a rollback of a tax cut for veterans, a rollback or at least a change to a wrong-way driver initiative, and possible cuts to public safety to pay for all of this. It's important to note there are no new taxes in this plan, something that teachers had at least hinted at because of the huge pay gap that we have. And at this point, it is not the end of the Red for Ed movement. A spokesperson telling me just before we went on this newscast they're going to continue to remain active. They're taking a wait-and-see approach to see if this money actually does come down the pipeline, and they say they will certainly be active in the fall when the governor and many members of the state legislature are going to be up for re-election. Guys?
Yeah, Steve, it sounds like families should still be thinking about their backup plan, what they should do for child care if there indeed is a strike.
Yeah, we're not even close to a deal here at this point. We don't know how long these negotiations are going to take place. Certainly the end of the session is coming soon, but they've got to make $274 million in cuts in other areas in the state budget. That's going to take a while. Yeah,
that's big. Steve, good information tonight. Keep us updated. Arizona teachers, as Steve mentioned, are among the lowest paid in the nation. So obviously, any raises would help, but just to put some numbers to paper for you tonight, under the proposal, average teacher pay would go from about $49,000 a year to $58,000 by the start of 2020, a $9,000 raise for some.
Let's turn